One among the greatest crises that the world is facing right now is this crisis called the identity crisis. Each and every individual is seeking for an identity. In the quest of finding an identity, people are trying to do things which are really inappropriate sometimes. The world is teaching us on how to build a reputation instead of a character. Let me tell you what character is. Character is something which you build in between the four walls. There are only two people in this world whom you cannot fool. One is God and one is you. You can fool people by your reputation, but you cannot fool people with your character. Character is something that you build in between four walls when nobody is watching. Let me give you an example of a man by name Joseph. This man was appointed by his boss to look after his house. There was a day where his boss's wife tried to seduce him when nobody were watching. But from this man's example, I could see that there's a character which he actually was building when nobody were watching. So he could have had all the chances of going and laying himself with his boss's wife, but instead he ran away from them just to protect his character. The consequence of building a character is way bigger, is way more beneficial than building a reputation. God watches over each and everything that we do. You can fake people by just presenting yourself in a very nice way. You can fake people by loving them. You can fake people by talking good about them, but you cannot fake yourself all the time. But let me tell you what happens when you build a character. God honors that character. When nobody is watching, you are building a character, and God honors people with character. I remember reading this one statement from a book. Men talk too much about gold and fame and not enough about the name. And yet a good name is better off than all the earth's glistening jewels. From this, I just had this thought that name is better than fame. You can only achieve a good name when you have a good character. Reputation can die someday, but your character will never die. What are you building is the question. Are you building a character or your reputation? Build a character that will reflect your reputation.